Thank you for joining me. Tonight I'm going to read a story called The Finest Gifts, a Christmas story by Sandra Cole. It was away in a manger before the morn that the baby Jesus Christ was born, with Mary and Joseph at his side in a humble stable where oxen abide. And in the heavens there came a great light, announcing the way that cold, clear night. To a broken old stable in Bethlehem, come one and all to honor him. It's a star, said the shepherds with troubled gaze, in fields afar where the sheep did lay. What does it mean? From where was it sent? They huddled in fear of what it meant. Then from the sky they heard a voice, loud with praise it did rejoice. Be not afraid, follow the star. Through the field and mountain you'll travel far. And though you'll be weary and tattered and torn, come and see him, your Savior is born. And the star shone brighter, declaring the birth of the baby Jesus, born on earth. He's the Son of God, announced a voice from above. He brings you truth and peace and love. So with curious steps the shepherds did go. With kings and wise men they followed the glow. In curious wonder with troubled gait, some came in fear and some came in faith. And as they followed the star to Bethlehem, to that humble stable where new life began, they carried their gifts to honor thee. The travel was long. They grew tired and weary. But among the flock that wonderful night, who journeyed to the manger to behold the sight, was a haggard old woman, ragged and torn. Life was a struggle. She was tired and worn. Her years were many. She was humped over with age. Her face etched with wrinkles, and she drug a lame leg. Her walking stick shook under her tired hand, but she pushed her body forward across the barren land. To the back of the line, why did you come? Shouted some who dressed better. Her type they would shun. Just an old woman, no gifts does she bring. What right does she have to see the king? So with nothing but her stick and the shawl on her back, she stumbled along behind the pack. Through the long clear night and bitter cold, they badgered her with words, but her spirit didn't fold. When finally they arrived on Bethlehem's street, the strong hurried to the stable, their Savior to meet. And though some were unsure and had fear in their hearts, the peace in his face made their fears depart. Then one by one the gifts were laid. What a fine offering each had made. There were precious metals placed where Jesus lay, and others left gifts that were carefully handmade. After each gift had gently been placed, the kings and wise men bowed in grace and thanked the Lord for sending his Son. No one thought of the old woman, not even one. Then the prayer had ended, and their heads did rise. The shepherds and wise men were shocked and surprised to see the haggard old woman limp into view. Some glared and shouted to have her removed. Get back, old woman. Why have you come? This is baby Jesus. He is the Lord's Son. Then the woman looked up and stared at their faces. Her expression made everyone stand in their places. She spoke for the first time since the journey began. The whole world listened, even the ox, ass, and lamb. I may have nothing but the rags on my back, but the Lord doesn't care if possessions I lack. He watches us travel along life's way and cares how we treat one another each day. There'll come a time when fine gifts are all gone, but love, Christ's love, will forever live on. I bring with me the trials of life, hunger, sickness, poverty, and strife, and place them in prayer beside this manger bed, and know there is hope for new life ahead. With that, she laid her stick by his humble bed, and placed her shawl over him and kissed his sweet head. My stick has helped me down life's rough road. My shawl always protected me from the cold. They might help him as they have helped me, for his journey will be harder than mine was for me. Then all watched in silence as she hobbled from the stable, for her gifts were the finest. She gave all she was able. It was away in a manger before the morn that the baby, our Savior, Jesus Christ, was born. Thank you for being with me tonight, and have a joyful Christmas and a Happy New Year.